All right, looks like we are live. This is Andrew Lane here at 22 Social, hanging out here in San Diego, California. I'm one of the co-founders of 22 Social. And what we're doing today is a live broadcast. We do this every Tuesday at 3:30 Pacific time at 22s.com/live. And today's topic is part 3 of our foundational training. What we've done in part 1 was we went through the basics, how 22 Social installs on your Facebook page, how you can set up and build a really cool looking page very quickly. Part 2, we talked about using the gate to collect leads using Facebook login and do cool things like sweepstakes and even live webinars on Facebook. Today, part 3, we're talking about making money. So I'm going to show you how simple it is to set up a paid product that you can sell access to. Basically create a digital product very quickly, and you can either charge a single payment, like a one-time, $199 for access, or an ongoing subscription payment. And we're also going to talk about how you could even connect a Facebook group to make it much easier to allow paid members into a Facebook group, which most of the online programs out there already do that anyways. If you buy some high price course, they oftentimes throw in a Facebook group as part of that membership or part of that offer. But no one can do it as seamlessly and as easy as you can using 22 Social, because we're using that Facebook login system to collect their information, have them sign up with your app, and complete the payment. The payment is connected to their Facebook profile through PayPal. So a lot of cool stuff we can dive into today. Really, what I want to do is I want to get a lot of feedback from you. I want to make this really helpful for you, because I know a lot of you want to set up something and create some products that you can sell. So I'll do my best today to just kind of show you all the ins and outs, everything that you might be wondering or asking about. I'm going to show you where to find additional trainings on specific things. So there's a lot of different things you can do with this. We've been testing all these different ways to create products, even using drip content. So it unlocks content over weeks or months of time, how to get the Facebook group synced up with all this. So we've got a lot of additional trainings. Couldn't possibly do all of it today, but that's okay, because you're going to learn at least the basics. So you understand what's possible, what you can do, and how it all works. And I'll leave a lot of time today for Q&A and just live demo. So what I'm going to do is just pull up a quick slideshow. Not really going to do a lot of slides today, because I want to just log in and build stuff. So let me pull this up real fast. While I'm hanging out, you can comment below. We've got some numbers growing right now. Thank you for joining all of you who joined live today. You have the chance to ask a lot of questions. You got the comment stream down below. Keep in mind there is an auto refresh comments that's checked by default. So every 90 seconds, it's going to refresh the comment stream. If you want to type a long question, you can just uncheck that and then type whatever you want, and it won't refresh on you. So keep that in mind. But if you can right now, just say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. I see Jeff from Wisconsin. I see Mike from Costa Rica, Heidi from San Fran, Jose from DC. We got Ralph from Sweden. Let's see. I've got Rowena from Las Vegas. So how many of you also, if you're going to comment, Mike, New York, what's up? Terry in Atlanta. If you came here today to learn about this, I'm guessing you have something in mind, like you want to create some kind of online product or course or membership. So tell me about it. What are you trying to accomplish? Are you working on something right now? Many of you have been around. You're already building stuff. How can I best help you today? Let me know if there's something in particular that you are working on, and I can kind of shift the focus to highlight some of those features you might want to know about. Or if there's anything in particular like that you want me to talk about or show you where to find resources, drop it down below. So let's go ahead and log in. We'll just get right into it. I've also got some examples to show you today. We've had a lot of people build their first product and make their first sales in the last like 30 or 40 days. It's really fun to see. We even had someone hit the $10,000 a month mark. So that was really exciting. And he only got started a couple months ago. So we've got someone who started just a couple months ago with 22, signed up, launched a paid membership, monthly recurring payments and is making over $10,000 a month selling access to digital content. That's a recurring payment, and you can utilize Facebook tools to make this possible to deliver content to your paying customers. So it's really, really fun to see what people are creating. I'm going to show you a few ideas here, but first let's go ahead and log in. I'll keep an eye on those comments and come back to them here in just a minute. So feel free to drop them down there. And let's go ahead and go through a couple big ideas here so we're all on the same page. All right, foundation part 3, build multiple income streams or streams of income by selling access to your digital content. So this is the holy grail. If you can have these systems set up to automate your income and create some kind of course or download or membership that takes very little time to maintain and manage, you can really build unlimited income. It's just a numbers game at that point. So this will allow you to do that today. What you're going to learn, I'll just go quickly through how the payments work with 22 Social and Facebook. I think I was meant to put PayPal and Facebook, but basically payments right on your fan page, selling stuff right on your fan page through this third-party app called 22 Social. And it all connects with PayPal. So it's really simple to do. And then how to set up a single payment app. So charging a one-time fee, some of the benefits, pros and cons of doing that. Then the subscription payments. So 2 totally different types. It's actually 2 very different APIs with PayPal. A single payment versus an ongoing subscription payment. PayPal has some limitations and restrictions, and things work a little bit differently with each of those. So we'll talk about the difference and let you know how to put those up and get them going. And then also how to connect a Facebook group to either one of those, but it works best with a subscription. It works really well. We solve a lot of problems if you're trying to create a recurring payment subscription and have a Facebook group be a part of that. So that's what you're going to learn today. I think we've got a prize winner to announce. So you know what I'm going to do? For those of you who joined on right off the bat here, I'm just going to announce the prize winner and get it out of the way because I forgot. I think last week or 2 weeks ago, I totally forgot. So every week we give away a special prize, and let's just do it. Today's winner is it Shona? Did I type that right? Shona. That's a cool name. Shona McClatchlin. That's a tough one. I think I forgot to, you know what? I didn't update it. It's not, actually, she's not from Oregon. I think she's from, that was the last thing I was going to do. She's not from Oregon. I think she's in Scotland. So that makes sense. A little bit different type of name. So I think she's in Scotland, not Oregon. So congrats to you, Shona. Basically, you win a premium plan, 1 year of 20 Social Premium. The difference between standard and our premium plan is that you get 100 fan pages with our premium plan, which means you could build 22 Social apps for up to like 100 clients, which is really cool. So if you wanted to make some money setting these up, you've got that plan. And the rest of you, if you have a standard plan, you get 3 fan pages, which is plenty to get started with. If you ever need to upgrade, you want to build a mini agency creating apps for your clients, then you can upgrade at any time to premium. But congrats to you, Shona, for winning that. So that's really all the slide deck I had today, right? There's a little bit, I'm going to show you some additional resources later today, but really what we're going to do is just log in and build some stuff. Now, we've been using this page here, the Modern Entrepreneur fan page. The last 2 trainings we went through building something simple like just like an about us or our mission page. I thought it was kind of a cool idea to put like our mission, which is just a splash page basically that talks about what you have to offer, what you're all about, and then it has links to some of your other offers. Basically, it's like a homepage for your website. Last week, we went through how to set up some kind of free training, give away free content, and as a way to collect leads and build your list. Today, I'm just going to install another app. So the way I usually go about installing another app on your page is I'll just open up an app I've already installed. You know, the first time you do this, you can go through our fan page and log into your account, but really, you never have to do that again. Just go to your fan page, click on one of your apps, and you can just find all of your apps right here in the dashboard, right? So you can just click on My Apps, open that up, and all your apps are going to show up down here, the 2 we've created previously, and now we've got this Install Another App button. So I'm going to start from scratch and just get something installed on this page. Choose your fan page in the drop-down that you want to install this on. And we'll just start with a fresh new app. While that's loading, I see Sonia, Ken from New Orleans, Suzanne. Suzanne's asking about Stripe. It's definitely something we want to add soon. Stripe will not be added in the near future, possibly this year. But good question, Suzanne. Definitely get a lot of questions about that. That's high on our list. But we're adding one big new feature in the next month that we'll be showing you soon. That'll be coming before Stripe. I see Veronica, Canada. Let's see. Question about BeLive TV. I'll discuss that later. Very different thing, and it doesn't really work with us. Let's see. Ian's got 2 subscription groups on motivation and social media marketing. So he's already got 2 of those launched. That's awesome. And Tracy says we would like to grow my group and make it as interactive as possible. Okay, so more of a leads, warming up your list kind of group, a free group. And Anita says she's tired of navigating people away from Facebook and then bringing them back in. So that makes a lot of sense. So this will help you keep it all right on Facebook. All right, so keep those comments and questions coming in. I'll keep an eye on any questions you have as I go. All right, when you start a new app, as you know, you start with a generic blank app. For the most part, this is what it's going to look like. What I recommend doing for any kind of paid offer, you can accelerate this app setup by clicking on this little wand wizard here. When you have a brand new app, I recommend clicking on that little templates wizard wand thing. We made it a little bit smaller and harder to find because you really only want to do this when you first start. And you can choose this one down here, digital course. The reason I like this one is because the gate is set up nicely to put like a paid offer on it. So I would start with a digital course. Even if you're doing a subscription, it doesn't matter. There's nothing special about these. They're just preloaded content to help you kind of set up faster. Down here, just choose any one of these. It doesn't matter, just showing you some ideas of what it can look like, but you can easily change all this once we install this template. So let's go ahead and just choose one of these. I'll just choose this one right here, course 1, it doesn't matter. And it just loads in this stuff. So see, now we have a starting point that's much further along. And let's just go ahead and save this. And now keep in mind that if you had loaded in a template with one of these other apps, if you already had something built here, it's going to replace everything. So a template is meant to use to start with. Layout, style, and content you can change at any time. So these 3 we're going to change a lot. And you can always change these 3. The template here is going to wipe it all out and start over. So it's really just only do that the first time you get this thing installed and you're setting it up. All right, so once you save that change, we can just refresh here. And then basically what you want to plan out is there's a couple key parts to this, right? There's the main content, which is really the members area. It's the inside area. The main content here, this is where we can choose a lot more options. We could change this layout to set it up, and we have a lot of flexibility here. We can create some really cool stuff. If you need more content areas, you can just choose a layout, change that at any time, and it's going to give you a lot of flexibility for loading in your paid content. The gate is your sales page. So if someone is not bought yet, they will see the sales page and they can just click to buy. When they pay, they log in with Facebook to create their account with you, and then they continue to PayPal, complete the purchase, and then they'll come right back in here and they'll get access to the content. That's all you need to know. It's very, very, very simple. And each app that you install can have this exact same thing. Each app can have gated content. So you have your gate and your main content. Main content, only paid members are going to have access. It's going to show their name up here in the right. They're logged in with Facebook. And the only way they can get back in here is if they're logged in with Facebook and they've already paid. So if they come back and they're not logged in with Facebook, they have paid, they'll see the gate. They can just click, if they click buy again or whatnot, or there's this already paid down below. Either way, it's not going to charge them again because they're going to have to log in with Facebook first, and then we'll figure out after they log in with Facebook, have they paid, yes or no. If they have already paid, it'll just send them right through. If they have not paid, they'll need to pay to get in. So they only have to pay, have a paid account, and we verify all that through their Facebook profile. So there's no name or email or password or anything they have to remember. It's just Facebook login. So that's really simple for you. All you have to do is send them back to this. They can come to this tab on the page, or at the end, I'll show you, that 22S Smart link. The same link that you share with people to buy through is going to be the link that your paid member is going to come back through. So there's one link that you could share for paid people, new people, anybody. It's just one page here. It's just a smart, a smart system here that knows who they are, and we'll either show them the gate or the main content. So that's it. So now when you get started, generally you're going to want to set up the layout. Is usually what I start with. I kind of go, I'll think about the content that I have. What is it that they're getting access to? Is it a whole bunch of stuff here? Is it just one video? Is it just a downloaded file? The simplest thing you can start with is just choose this first one here. So that first one, just start with this. So that's all you want to start with. That's good enough. And we can click content to kind of, you probably don't want comments right here. I'm going to turn the comments off. You can disable that footer. So we can just keep this really clean. And so really, in this case, this would be the easiest type of product that you could sell. It's some kind of content loaded in here. Maybe it's a video, and they're going to buy access to it. So they could see your sales page, click to go through, and get access. So let's start with this. These buttons we could change, the text we can edit, but that's the simplest thing to sell right there. If you just wanted to sell a video as a course, that's all you need. So I'm going to go ahead and let's go ahead and look at a couple things here. Close this out. So the main content we're going to come back to here. Let's see. You guys see me okay? Just want to make sure. Suzanne saying can't see anything on the small screen. In the upper right, Suzanne, if you're having trouble seeing. Let me find this here. If you're having trouble seeing, you can, in the upper right here, there's this arrow. You can go full screen. So Suzanne, if you're having any trouble, just click that arrow in the upper right here, and you'll be able to see me full screen. So there you can see where I was a minute ago. All right, so just right there, it's kind of hard to see, I guess, with that black bar. But all of you watching, if you need to see that, there you go, that little arrow in the upper right. Or you can use the controls on your keyboard to just zoom in, Command or Control plus. Another easy way if you wanted to keep the comments below. All right. Thanks for commenting, though. Definitely, if there's any technical things, let me know. Okay, so let's get into it. A few things you got to think about, right? The content you're loading in. Let's look at the gate. The most important thing, this whole thing, is I've showed you in the past trainings how to set this up, and we will load in some cool stuff here. I'll talk about all the things you can load in for your paid members, but the most important thing with this training is the gate. So the gate is going to be the most important thing you're looking at when you're setting up your paid content. You can edit the text, the media here to customize the sales page. It's very simple. You can't really change the flexibility here. It's just kind of a long sales page, especially since we're confined to this limited space on Facebook. So you have your header section, some body text, footer text, button, and that's all you really get to work with. It's effective if you do it right. And a video here could be really powerful. So the media, you can load in whatever kind of media you need to get this sold. Now, the access settings is what we got to look at here, okay? We have the gate enabled. We need the access settings to be programmed in. If I open this up, you've got, by default, access type lead. That means it's free. You now can choose either single payment or a subscription. Let's take a look at single payment. Product name, seller name, price, currency, connect to PayPal. That's it. That's all you have to think about. So let's program it in. Product name, I'll just call it a video training course, right? You can be more descriptive, but in this case, let's just say it's a video training course. Seller name, your company, or just your name, whatever it is, they're going to see this on their PayPal bill. So you'll want to put the product name and seller name. Price, let's just say $99. Just 99 is fine. Choose your currency. and it's pretty straightforward. Now, once you have that set up, you're going to need to connect account. All you have to do is log in with PayPal. Generally, you're going to have your PayPal account set up if you've ever taken money on PayPal before. If not, you just need to confirm your PayPal email and make sure it's hooked up to a bank account. Those are the two things that PayPal requires. And have your currency set up right. So this, most likely, if you've taken payments, it's going to be set up fine. If you're curious and you want to learn more, there are links here. You can just check those out and learn more from PayPal, or at least look it up. I guess maybe they changed their link, so we might need to update that. I had never clicked those, so I thought I'd check. I guess PayPal redirected all their links or updated their support. But those are a couple of basic things. Just have your account hooked up to where you can take money. Most of the time, everyone I've worked with, they've already had this done before. So just kind of get your PayPal account ready to go, and then just click continue. And you're just going to have to log in with your PayPal account, and then you'll grant permissions. Basically, it just allows our system to create the product in your account for you and then send you the money. So it's all going to be done through your account. You'll log in real quick, grant permissions, and then you're done. It'll connect and say, okay. So then you'll come back, and it's going to show your email right here on the side. So it's really simple to connect all that, and you're off and running. So when you're done, it'll look kind of like, let's see, I think I've got one of these set up. It's going to look like this, okay? So you're going to have your product, your PayPal account connected here. That's how you know it's set up. And your price, so it's all good to go. You'll agree to terms and preview. So a single payment, the way this works is you're going to get all the money right away. After 30 days, there will be a $1 charge taken out and sent to 22 Social. That's not really designed to make us money. It may seem like we're trying to make a bunch of money with that, but it was actually something we had to do to enable the affiliate setup. So basically, what's cool about a single payment is you can have an affiliate payout system. And that's not available with subscriptions with PayPal's API, but with a single payment, you can have affiliates. And it's as simple to set up as saying, I want to pay out my affiliate 50%. There are other options like super affiliates and royalties, which if you don't know what those are, then don't worry about it. Affiliate is the most common thing here. So affiliate just means someone buys, they can get their own link to share. It's just like the referral link. They can share that, and if people buy through their link, they will get paid after 30 days, whatever percentage that you defined here. So you get all the money up front. If it's $99, you get $100 in your account. They buy, and then after 30 days, if there was an affiliate attached to that, it would send the money from your account to their account automatically. So you'll want to keep that money in your account for 30 days if you're doing any kind of affiliate payouts. The super affiliate would be a second tier. So that's just a 2-tier system. You could do something like 10%. This is very common. So if you had, that affiliate brought in another affiliate, it's just a 2-tier system. Royalties, if you want to partner up with somebody and maybe like split all the profits, you could put in their PayPal email and just say like, we're going to split 20%. Or on every sale. It's not even the profits, it's the whole product. So basically you could say like this person's going to get 25% of every sale that comes in. So every time a $99 sale is made, they're always going to get 25%. That's if you're partnering with somebody, but again, a little more advanced. Generally, all you need to worry about is something like this here. So 50%, pretty common. And just expect that to be paid after 30 days. You'll also be paying that $1 transaction cost to 22. So that's all you need to know about that setup. But we do that $1 fee just because there always has to be a second party. With the way the PayPal API is set up, there always has to be at least a second person getting paid. So even if you don't have an affiliate, we have to take at least that $1 just to make sure that to enable the system to work. But that's pretty straightforward. Let's see. Sonia's got a good question. Yeah. So Sonia, basically what we're talking about today is the payment stuff. So she's asking, can I do free and paid stuff? You absolutely can. So what we're talking about today is how to set up an app that is either doing a single payment or a subscription. What's most common is actually just doing free giveaways to collect leads. So we talked about that last week. We've got a lot of training on that. So definitely check out some of our game plan training. If you're watching on our fan page right now, that customer resources tab on the left, we'll show you how to do all that, or just check out some of our overview if you don't have 20 social yet. But you can definitely do free giveaway stuff, sweepstakes, live trainings, webinars like I'm doing right now. But this is the other option, which is the payment stuff. So single payments, these are some of the limitations and benefits, right? You can have affiliates with a single payment. It's pretty straightforward. Put a price, they pay one time, and they're always going to have access to your content. So at this point, you're pretty good. Discount setup, you can set up a discount here. Basically, if you wanted like 100% discounts, you can give some people free access. All you have to do is put in the name of the discount, type in a message that they're going to see on the top of your sales page when they show up, because nothing's going to change on the sales page itself, your gate. It just shows the same thing, but at the top, you can have a little section in green here that they can read, be like, oh, just click through, click the buy button below, and you're going to get free access or half price. And you just share that link as a discount. So those are the options on the gate here. And you're all set. Preview, save, done, right? So it's pretty straightforward. This was, something I was demoing with. So examples of what it could look like with graphics loaded in here. The way you track all this is in your SRM. You're going to see the sales coming through, and you're going to see the payments. You can see affiliate stuff up here, and you can also see, if it was brought in by an affiliate, you'll see their picture over here. So this SRM is really fun. You can see everything that's going on. You can even see, click on their picture, and you'll see some of the payment stuff in here. You'll also get their PayPal email. So you're going to get both emails if they pay for a product. Not only do you get their contact email, but if they had a different PayPal email, it'll show up here. So you can have two different ways to reach out to them. So that's pretty much all you need to know for the single payments. Let's see if there's any questions on that. Can we link a paid membership group to the affiliate feature? So good question from Xavier. So the affiliate feature only works with a single payment. So you could have a group. So if I go back into this access settings, you can have a one-time payment for like lifetime access to a group or something. Basically, if you have a single payment, that's the only way to do affiliate stuff automatically. The group access is available here. The group access is available for free, one-time payments, and subscriptions. All you have to do is put in your group name. So I'll just go grab our 22 social group. Just put in the facebook.com/groups/ like your number or the username for your group. So you drop that in, and that's pretty much all you need to do. Okay, so I'm in the access settings on the gate, group access, drop it in, preview, and if I save, now this doesn't do much with the subscription. Is where we really have some cool features because that's much harder to manage. But basically what's going to happen now is you'll have, if I refresh this now, you're going to have the enter group up here. So you could have a group connected with a one-time payment, but it's not really that helpful. It doesn't do anything other than put a little link here. And you could also have like a button that you can easily put in a group link, a group button there, which all it does is it takes that same URL you just put in on the gate access settings and makes it easier for you to create a quick button. Now, the nice thing about this is if you are doing some kind of one-time paid product, you can have a group. So if they paid $1,000 or something for a product, you can get them into a group, and it's much easier to verify that they've paid because you have the SRM. So when they request to join the group, they are going to have to request to join your closed group. You can check to verify, and you'll say, okay, yeah, Joey paid. Now, Peter here didn't. And you can tell because, do they have access? Basically, Joey, we gave him access before. I think he went through when it was a lead gate. But you'll know that if they're gray, that means they do not have access to your content. So either you've removed them manually, or by default, like he didn't pay, he got to the sales page. See, he's gray because he got to the sales page. And I'm glad Peter didn't buy, because he randomly came across this test fan page and clicked purchase for a fake demo product here. So I'm glad he didn't complete the purchase. We would have had to refund him. But basically, he got to the sales page and didn't buy. So you have that gray box here. And you can click that and open it up. And you can give him manual access if you wanted to. So like Joey here has access, even though he didn't pay. He snuck in before or whatever. I can go ahead and remove him. I can say, Joey, you know what? I'm sorry, dude, but I'm going to disable your access. So I think we already did this once before. Basically, I think the default will be off. Turn on the override and say, we're going to disable. So if you turn on the override, that just means you're saying ignore whatever PayPal is saying, like they did pay, they didn't pay. We're going to manually decide how they get access. Do they, yes or no? So each person, you can manually give access or not. So now Joey does not have access, which means Joey would see the gate if we share it, right? If we give it our smart link here and share it, Joey would have to buy again to get access. So I hope that makes sense. But that's a pretty nice feature built in, and it's pretty visual and pretty easy to see what's going on there. So Xavier's got a question here about the membership stuff. So yeah, there's no way to do the affiliate stuff with a membership as much as we want to. Right now, there's no way. There's no option. PayPal does not allow that. So it's just not even part of our thing. So we'll get into the subscription stuff here in a minute. That's one of the big downsides of subscriptions, okay? It's not the worst thing in the world. Really, it's not that big a deal. But it'd be great if it could happen, but it shouldn't hold you back from doing it, because a lot of people are making a lot of money with subscriptions. But I want to point out here kind of an example. I saw a question earlier about, can we have these thumbnail videos and what's going on with this? This is all just the media stuff here. So as part of the paid access, the members area here, you can do a lot of things, right? You can have tons and tons of unlimited videos. You can host these on Vimeo or YouTube and embed them right in here. All you have to do is go to content, media, and you have all the media options, just like the free giveaways. And just flip around in here. You got the video section here. So media one, we have video. We've got video gallery selected. And then just follow the instructions. It can be either a Vimeo or YouTube video. Drop in the codes, comma separated. I saw a question about those faces and having them flipping around. Well, let's go to media 2 and have that below. It's stacked media. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go ahead and go to social. Let's do visitor faces, and let's do one row preview. Now I've got all the visitors who are detected by 22 Social systems. I mean, they've logged in somewhere on 22 Social. We can display them down here. So it's guaranteed if they go through your gate, we'll be able to show them. But if they also visited your app and they were detected by our system, we'll show their face down here. So we call it visitor faces. So you can see flipping around. I mean, that's just a cool effect. So play around with those media sections. You can do a lot of cool stuff with that. And again, the layout, the content, it's pretty straightforward. So let's look at now the subscription. And keep the questions coming. I'll keep taking them. Let's see. Yeah, Ian's got a question now that covers CRM integrations. That's a good point. So before we wrap up with the single payment, let's talk about the last couple things here. And maybe I'll even go to the advanced stuff here in a moment, just so you can see what's in here. We've done some basic things here with this. We've got a basic setup. We've got the app access. This one we didn't save it, but we set up the single payment. Let's look at, for any type of gate, the process is the same. So if you want to have everyone who goes into your SRM also be added to your email list, all you have to do is go into the SRM. So right now we've got nothing going on, but as names and faces start piling in here, you might also want to have that automatically the name and email added to your email CRM. So if you go to SRM, click on CRM, you can just choose, let's say, would you ask for a MailChimp? We've got a lot of different integrations here. Let's go to MailChimp. They're all a little bit different. So when you do that, I recommend clicking that. Most of them have a tutorial setup link right here. So if you click on that, it's going to open up and you can kind of see, this is not fun. Luckily, you only have to kind of do it once. And once you do it once with your CRM, you'll know what to do next time. This is kind of outside of our world. Like, you have to go in and find these codes. Okay, so it's not the funnest thing. But we try to show you as best we can how to get this hooked up, right? So there's a few things you could do here. Basically, what you'll need to do is put in your API key. Let's just say it was something like this, all right? Some kind of code. It might be numbers, letters, I don't know. Whatever it is, that's your API key. Save, and now that's the first step. Now we have to go into the gate and tell it that, okay, what we want to happen here is when they buy through this button, right? So let's say it was a $37 thing like we have on the sales page. When they buy and they complete the purchase, we want them to be added to a specific list on your CRM. So you can have an email list of customers. Basically what's happening is they're going to click on this button and they will be added because they go through the process and they're done. So it's the button on the gate that you need to edit. We go to the gate button and you're going to see here, it detects that you set up MailChimp in your SRM. So now you just need to get the list ID from your CRM. So you'll have to create like a list, and now we got to tell it to go into that list. So you can have like paid customers list or product course, video course customers as an email list. So you can have automated emails going out to those people. So it's a little tricky the first time you do this. Not going to lie, it's not any fun. But I mean, it can take 10 minutes to 30 minutes. I don't know. You set it up once and you have it going. So if you're doing email follow-up with customers, this would be really helpful for you. And that's the process of doing it. Amazon S3, I think we've looked into that in the past, and there's not an easy way to do it from what we've seen. So as of right now, that's not an option. A couple alternatives would be, what I recommend is Vimeo. Their $60 a year plan lets you keep it really locked down and secure. We also have Google Drive, which is pretty much free to do for videos. But I really would recommend paying for Vimeo. And two reasons for that. They're just really good with the options they have. It's simple to use. And that $60 a year is really cheap. I mean, considering. And also, it works with our video gallery. So you can have unlimited videos inside a gallery. So those are two main reasons I would really recommend Vimeo if you want to do this. You don't even have to pay. It's just if you want it to be hidden from Vimeo's search, you have to pay $60 a year for that option. But it's not required. You could do it for free to start at least, and then maybe make your first sale and then buy that year of Vimeo if you want to lock them down. But they'd only find it if you have them like SEO optimized and people are searching for them. So that's what I'd recommend for video. But really, if you're watching right now and you're like, I don't care that much, I just want to get something started, YouTube is going to be the best. You can do an unlisted YouTube video. And I've bought courses for hundreds and even thousands of dollars and just had YouTube videos. I'm like, okay, I could easily share this with people, but they don't care. They're making their money, and if it gets shared, whatever, it's sharing their brand. But if you're really serious about locking it down and you want to still have a lot of flexibility with our system, Vimeo is going to be the best bet. So good question on PDF download. So now we're kind of in content land here. So building out your course and giving them access here. On the inside here, the paid members area, there's what I do for the PDF content. So the question about PDF files or any downloads, I would recommend, I use Google Drive for mine. So you can go to Google Drive and just upload a PDF. See, I don't think I have an account for this, dude. Let's I guess I don't have one created. So just go to Google Drive, totally free. And up until like a certain point, but it's free to start with. And you grab the share link. So what I do, if you're not sure if people can see it, so you need to get the share link. You know, I could open up and let me grab another browser. I'll just demo what I do for hours. You can also do like box.com. I think you can start for free. Let me just open up something down here and show you how I do a PDF. All right, so here's some stuff I've created in the past that I had loaded in here. I don't know why this is so. There we go. These are just PDF files that I uploaded into Google Drive. Basically, you can just click on it, right click, share, and set it up so anyone with a link can view. Copy link. And the way I test this, like if you're not sure if they can see it or not, you want to do this with any link that you're trying to give to people. Yeah, I would recommend doing an incognito window and go to that link. And if you can see it, then you're like, good. I know if they click on that link, they're going to be able to see it, right? So then you can pretty much just copy that URL up here in the browser, right? It's the same thing you just copied. But that's going to be the link you want to put into your button. So now if I go back here, go to buttons, let's just do content course, like course, PDF download, I don't know. URL there. So I'll do a URL action type, button text, just name it, and just put that link and you're done. Preview. Before you test that button, click save, save. And now you can test, opens up. Pretty smooth. So that's what I would do. Question from Xavier. Could automated SMS messages be added? Yeah, that's a good question. We got something maybe even better coming soon, but can't spill the beans on that one. But one option you could do is on the access settings. Is it here? Where is it? Advanced. I forget. You know, it's really no. I would say no. Okay, so automated SMS messages, no, but we're tackling something similar to that within the next few weeks. So we'll talk more about other options you have. Right now, the option is hook up to an email autoresponder. If you add them to a group and then you have them to go join a group, that's a great way to stay in communication with your customers. So it's a free, community to just keep them updated. So anything you're selling might be a good idea to do that. All right, no other questions on that. So let's go ahead and continue on. Let me go back here to the gate and access settings. Let's just take a look here. We talked about single payments. Group access, we talked about that a little bit. Advanced, so there are some advanced things you can do. Basically what these are, you can have an app. So if you have an affiliates, you can have basically when they share their affiliate or referral link, it can go to a previous app. So if you wanted to have like a 2-app sequence where they got like something free and then got introduced to your product, there is a way to do that. Basically, you would have to get the app ID number. So I can go into my apps and say, well, if someone's going to share this as an affiliate, I know that the odds are very slim that they're going to buy just by looking at a sales page. So I'd rather get my affiliates to drive traffic to my free giveaway, app ID number right here, 101939. And then I'll have a button over to my paid product, and it will give affiliates credit for that when they share. So there's that 2-app sequence if you want to have affiliates drive traffic to like a live hangout or a free giveaway that kind of warms people up first before you introduce your product. That is an option. All you have to do is grab the ID number 101939 and drop it into the access settings advanced. So a little more advanced stuff there. App sync, you could have it set up so that if they buy access to one app, they can get access to other apps as well. So that's another option. You could take the IDs of other apps grant free access to this app with anyone who's currently has access to apps that these are listed above. So basically, would say if there was somewhere else, if this was like a second app area that you wanted to give them access to, and they'd already bought from another app, you just take the app that they initially paid through and put the sync ID in here, their app ID in here. Those are very advanced. Both those things, generally, don't worry about those at all. I would recommend not worrying about those. Okay, but some of you are like excited about it. I personally would not mess with those because it gets too complex. All right, other settings here. This is kind of a cool one. You can basically say, I want anyone to be an affiliate, right? So if you have that affiliate thing set up and you don't want just customers to, like the default is they have to buy and then they're going to get access to become an affiliate. So the only way they would be able to be an affiliate of your product is that they bought it. So that's the default behavior. If you want to allow anyone to become an affiliate, all you have to do is check this box and then grab this, and you can give this link to anybody, and they will be able to become an affiliate of your product. It'll just ask them to register, put in their PayPal email where they want to get paid, and then it gives them their link. So anyone can share your product and earn commissions when people buy your one-time single payment product. So that's a cool thing that you want to jot down. The other thing you'll probably want to do in this case is like hide the affiliate leaderboard. So you might not want all your affiliates or people sharing this to see who else is sharing or how many. If you have a bunch of zeros when you start, you probably just want to hide this so that they don't see what's going on really. So those two I would generally recommend for a paid product. And this is just fun because, you know, if you had a friend or like an influencer, you're like, hey, if you wanted to, you know, I'm going to be a guest on your podcast, and I want you to share this, just check this off and then give them that link. And then on the podcast, you could like have that link handy or create, you know, a URL redirect to forward to that. But they're going to need to go through this, register, and they're going to get their own link. So this is what you give that person to go get their link. I hope that makes sense. This wouldn't be their affiliate. They would have to click on this, register with your app, and then they'll get their referral link or affiliate link. So you can give that to anybody and say, here you go, you can go become an affiliate. All right, let's see. Yeah, so a good question from Mac coming in. I think we've got all the single payment stuff out of the way. The only last thing you might want to consider is that this works with any app gate. You can have drip content. So I'll just save this. You can drip content. So if you're buying a course or something and you're hooking it up to an email autoresponder or whatnot, you can go to content. And on any of these lower content areas, you have this lock. You can click on that and then click right here and go to lock by day since registered. So you can say, you know, if they buy, I want 7 days later, content area number 2 to unlock. So just do that. Boom, 7, preview. And now you can preview how that looks. They're going to see the headline up here, but they won't see anything in here. So you could have a whole video gallery loaded in here with downloadable links and buttons, but maybe you want them to get that after a week so they don't get like information overload right away. You can control how the content is released to them. And the best way right now to make that work is to hook it up with a CRM so that it sends out an email after 7 days, say, hey, congrats, you know, module 2 is unlocked for you. And then they can just come right back to this app and it will know that who they are because they're logged in with Facebook, and it'll display that area if it's been 7 days. So that's how you can drip content. So let's look now at the affiliate or the, sorry, the subscription. Okay. So access settings, subscription payments. It's a different API, so things are a little bit different to set up, right? So we've got sales training. Let's call this, maybe it's like, even if it's like sales training mastermind group, right? So that could be a product, a subscription they buy. Sales Pros Inc., right? Something like that. Now we've got initial amount, recurring amount. Basically, you have a subscription period. So this actually applies directly to this. We've got new options here now. So we've got weekly, monthly, quarterly, 6 months, yearly. You have different lengths of payment cycles. The most common one is monthly. And I really recommend keeping this simple. Some of you want these like quirky things. I know we always second guess ourselves, like, well, if I make it quarterly, then more people buy it. Like, really, just focus on start with like monthly or yearly, and just get some sales. If people are like outraged that you don't have a quarterly billing option, then whatever. It's like I do this myself. Like you overthink everything. So just stick with the basics, like monthly, yearly. If you have to do 6 month, whatever, you do that. But the two most common are monthly and yearly, which means the initial amount is the first payment. With a monthly, that means that'll be like, let's say it was $10 for the first month, and then $10 every month after that. Sorry, my phone was buzzing on the side. All right. So the first initial and then recurring. So if it was this one, you could do $1 trial for the first month. That's the idea here. If it's yearly, that's going to be a little rough because that's $1 for the whole year at this point, and then $10 the next year. So yearly, you're probably not going to have different amounts. It would probably be something like $99 a year. Right. So that would be pretty common. Monthly, you'll see a lot of different things. So you could do a $1 trial into whatever price monthly. And you could do, let's see, sometimes you'll flip it kind of and do like a initial setup fee and then like a $20 a month ongoing. So those are the options you have here. But keep it as simple as you can. If you're just getting started, I recommend starting low because you can always raise the price. And when someone gets locked in, this will be whatever you have defined here. That's the highest they can pay you as long as they're an active subscriber. So when someone buys at that price point, you cannot raise the price on them. They will continue paying this price. And they're locked into that price. Even if you lower it to like $1 a month for everyone else, they're still paying that $10 a month. If you raise it to $1,000 a month, they're still paying whatever they signed up at. So when they initially sign up, they're locked in at that price. Now you can manually go in your PayPal account and lower that for them individually. So PayPal, when you log in your PayPal account and kind of manage your subscriptions, you can change some of this on that side. You can only lower though. You can't raise it later. So the cool thing is if you get people in at $10 a month and then you're like, wow, this is so much more value now. I'm going to make this, you get 100 people sign up at that. And then you said, I'm going to make this $25 a month. All those people that were at $10 a month are locked in unless they cancel and then they come back and then they have to sign up for the new price. So keep that in mind. Down here, you're going to have to get these 3 codes. You'll go click here to get your credentials. These are 3 codes. That's the different API here, right? We have to set it up a little bit differently to manage all this for you. So you grab those, lock them in, you're done. You'll notice there's no affiliate options here. But Mac had a question about rewarding people. So there's no affiliate option here, but there is a referral option. I'm going to show you what that looks like in a second. But let's look at a discount. And basically, you can have a discount that has initial and recurring. The same thing is up there. The important thing to know is you can't do like a 100% discount on either of these. So you can't do like free first month and then paid, because to initiate that subscription with PayPal, there has to be something. But you could do like half price first month, or sign up now with a special code and you're going to get half price ongoing, maybe just both. So keep it very simple. Just know that you can't do 100%. That won't work with PayPal. So you can create a discount code if you'd like to. And I think that is pretty much all you can do. I think if you did 100 and 100, then that would be like giving someone free access. So that would be the only option. It's either 100 on both, or it would have to be something less on one or the other. If you did something like this, they'll get like first month at a discount price. And these are all, they have to be percentages. And then the code, then there's your link. And you can change this at any time, but it would break anyone who had, it wouldn't work anymore if people had the old code. So that's the basics. Let's look at, I'm going to show you something cool. I'm gonna give you this link. Who was it? Mac, on how you can reward. Here we go. So I did a training way back when, and I think it's pretty much still relevant. You can use the referral tracking on a subscription. It will track just like a sweepstakes or anything else. They can refer people to your subscription, and you will see the leaderboard. So if you follow these steps here, you guys can go find this yourself. Subscription programs, refer 3, it's free. So just look at our notes on our fan page, and you'll find this a little bit further down. There's a video here as well. I'm going to drop this in for you, Mac. Beyond that, there's no other way that I know of that we've really tested and proven to do any kind of rewarding automatically. But this would be a way to say, if you wanted to manually pay out people or do some cool things, you can tell people to get their referral link and refer people to your subscription. It will track that, and then you can manually do whatever you need to do. One thing is like, hey, refer 3 people and you get lifetime free access, and you can go in and just suspend their payments and they'll continue to have access. Or you could also have prizes that they can earn or unlock, right? So they could refer 5 people to get an hour session with you or get some bonus. So it's kind of up to you. It's a manual thing though. All right, let's take a look. The last part on the subscription is the group access, which is really, really powerful here, because you can put your group link in here and then get them into your group. And this does add additional functionality into your SRM. So in the SRM, you're going to have not just the entries in the leaderboard, you also have a cancel list. So if they're on a recurring payment, you'll have a cancel list in the SRM that will show who has stopped their payments. And then you can also click on them, and it'll open up your Facebook group and find them for you. So if you're doing a subscription with a Facebook group connected, we make it really easy to manage that. So it'll be an added feature in your SRM as long as you have the gates set up with subscriptions, not single, but subscription, and the group access. So let's see, I got a couple questions coming in. Can the person make one payment for a product and then pay for the monthly subscription in a closed group? So if you want to have, so here's what you could do. The question was, you can't do that automatically, Monique. So let's say you have your paid course here. Like this is a one-time payment. Let me just go to this dude here for an example. I'll log into this guy, right? So we have our video course. You would have to do this, basically have them buy access to your video course, and then have a button that links to a second app, which might be your membership. So if they buy your course for like $100, then you say, thanks for consuming this course. Hope you enjoyed that, the content here. If you want ongoing training and support, join our support community, or, whatever you call it, for like Facebook Lives every week and, community access, membership. You could have a second app that would be your like members area, basically. And that would be just a second app with its own gate that would have a gate setup and the access settings. I think I had this one even set up. Let's see. Nope, didn't complete all that. But basically, it would be a subscription app, and let's say it's $10 a month. You would grab the smart link for that app, copy it, go back over here, and put it into a button. Oops, this had set up the group, so that's not going to work. Let's go URL, join the support community. Okay, so you do action type URL, paste it here, put HTTPS. That's what you would do, right? You have a button that tells them, sure, it lets me do a dash. It might not. It does. Only $10 a month. Boom. So you could do a button like that, right? So on the inside of your single payment product. So now it'll be a natural flow, right? They're going to go and check out your offer. They buy for, let's say, $99. They're on the inside. They're consuming your content. There's no extra support or community here, but they're going to scroll down and be like, oh, $10 a month, I can join the support community, which will get them into this members area where they can now be, connected to a group. You could have additional content in here if you wanted to, but you don't have to. You could just make it basically say, welcome to the group, or welcome to the members area. Just head on over to the group. And this could just be a little like overview of what they get and a link to the group. Say, hey, all the updates are going to be in the group. Just click on over there. Be sure to request access to join, and we'll verify that you've paid, and then you'll be allowed in, and you'll have ongoing access to the resources, the Facebook Lives. Let me load this. So I would do something like this and just make this like a welcome page. So after they sign up for the membership, this would just be the welcome page with a button down here that says, go ahead and join the group, and we'll allow you in as soon as we verify that you've paid. When they request to join, Facebook will tell you that you had someone request. You'll go into the SRM here to check to make sure that they've paid, and then you'll allow them in. And then if they stop paying, you'll know, because in the SRM, you'll see the cancel list, and you can check that just once a month, and you'll see who has stopped paying for that subscription. And you can then remove them from the group. That's the nice thing about 22 is it's all with Facebook login. So literally couldn't be any easier to manage. All right, let's see. Vanity permanent link. Yeah, so Ian's got a question about that. So the linking here, right? Okay. This is just really confusing, and I wish we would just eliminate it completely. I really want to. This link here, this is your vanity link. What that means, if you've ever used WordPress or anything like that, you'll know exactly what that means, vanity and permanent link. If you haven't, it's very simple. Vanity means that it's pretty. So you can make it nice. You can have 22.com/your username, which mine is Andrew. You might have a username for yourself. And then / the nickname. So basically, the vanity link, if I go to my apps. Oh, this is my account. I don't want to do that. I got too many apps. Let me go back to this dude here. All right, so we're on this one here. Okay. I'll publish this thing now just so we can see. It'll give me the link for this one. So what I haven't showed you on this guy, oops, sorry, is my apps. So you could have the username here. You don't have to. But let's say he did, Mike Jackson. It was his username. If you don't put anything, it'll just show your number like that. So I kind of actually recommend, if you haven't done this yet, just ignore the vanity thing. I don't like it, because if you change it, it'll break all your vanity links. If I change my username over here from Andrew to, Andrew Marketing Company, if I'd ever shared this vanity link that said Andrew, it would break. Just like on Facebook or Twitter, if you change your username, it breaks every link before, right? If you ever shared those links with your old username, it breaks it. So it's really scary if you're trying to market and promote all your stuff, and then you're like, oh, I don't want Andrew to show. I want it to change it. It doesn't. It breaks all the previous links. So that's why if you click on this little thing up here in the right, Smart Link Settings, we show you both. So we show that vanity link, which would be, in this case, it would be, let's see, membership. All right, so this is the vanity link. The nickname is the second part. The username is the first part. Every app will have two parts. If you don't have a nickname, it'll just show the number, the app ID number of that app. So, right, it looks kind of like that. You can make it pretty. It might be cool if you're only doing a few apps, but if you do a whole bunch of stuff and you decide to change things, you'll break a whole bunch of things. So I recommend, if you're really serious and you're kind of a power user here, you're doing a lot of stuff, get used to using the permanent link, because this will always work no matter what. You can change the username and the nickname a million times. Both of these links do the exact same thing. They go to the exact same place, all right? It's really important to know like that they both work just fine. It's just how it looks, all right? So the permanent link is actually a simple little code at the end that's unique for that app. This has all your fancy, nice looking stuff. Either way, they both do the same thing. But if I change this to memberships or, group access or something, if I had ever shared the previous link, it would now no longer work. Make sense? So that's just important to keep in mind. That's the difference there. Change the username. Does that potentially change the vanity links? No. Yes, it will change the vanity links. It would break previous posted links. Exactly, Ian. That's why it's really important to understand that if I go in here and I change my username and I had shared other links with that username in it, those links will no longer work. Sorry to scare or confuse any of you. It's one thing that I want us to change. It's tough when we started off using that. Way back when we started, there was only one app. So you'd have your username and that was your link. You only had one link. Then we added multi-apps and multi-fan pages and things got a little hairy. All right, Tim said that now that's sweet. So good. I'm glad you're liking some of that. Rico, you had a question about a CRM on the list. That should be about one of your CRMs on the list. Rico, what would you have in mind? Let me know if you got a question. So Ian asked, so you can give a first month free option in the discount and then 0%. No, so you cannot do that. So the subscription, you cannot do, not single. Subscription, you cannot do 100% and then 0. That will not work because that means they didn't pay anything the first month, which means they didn't start a subscription. Unfortunately, Facebook or PayPal doesn't let you do that. So this would not work. And we're working on logic to block that for you because it's not going to work. It will charge them something. It has to charge them something first month. So just keep that in mind. The only thing you can do there with 100% is like this, which means you just give someone free access. Here's that free, you do like free VIP, yay. Oops. You want to tell a friend, hey, you're free. Don't share this link with anybody. There it is. Go through that and you're going to get free access, right? But that's the only time I would do the 100%. You cannot do one or the other. It's got to be all for a subscription. Now, if you wanted a second link, you could do 50 and 50, something like that. Do like, special deal. Maybe it's like for someone who bought a course. Hey, you bought this $1,000 course. You can get a special deal. Here's the link. So those are some of the options there. Let me check on any last questions. Oh, BombBomb. Ooh, I'm not sure about that, Rico, with BombBomb. I think if you had it auto set up, it'll send the name and email to BombBomb. And then you could send the video through email. I'm not sure how else. I don't know BombBomb. I've never used it, so I don't know. These are all, there's so many variables with all these CRMs. So I'm not even sure how that works, to be honest. And now I can't even open it. So I'm not sure, Rico. You'd have to ask. I don't even know if our support team would know that, honestly. So Rico's asking about BombBomb. Any of you guys out there use BombBomb? I don't know. I don't know anything about it. We added that a couple of years ago, way back when. Oh, Ian was saying he always uses the permanent link, so that's good. Keep doing that. I recommend it. All right, let's look at, I'll take a couple more minutes here. The last thing I think I wanted to look at was, I just had it on my mind. Oh, I'll just show you some examples of stuff people have made. So this is like literally in the last month or so. I think in the last month, these have all been launched. You can see what people are doing. And I recommend go checking out their page if you want some ideas and inspiration. Look on the left here. This is LaTanya. We've got claim your free gift, special programs. Look at all the apps she's building here. I haven't even looked at these yet, but I mean, you can check it out on your own time just to kind of see how she's using 20 social apps. The one that I saw, as far as this making money right now is this one. She's launched this paid offer. And you can kind of read through it and just see, there's different programs here. So $29 a month, it looks like. Monthly masterclass. So some cool stuff here. You can check it out, log in, instant access. So there's a subscription that she launched. She's offering a paid program. Let's look at Carrie. Carrie and Carrie spelled differently. That's funny. This one was really cool because what I like about this, and I recommend a lot of you doing if you're kind of hesitating to get your stuff out there, you're not sure if you're ready to promote it. What they did is they did like a reviewers only launch And they did this cool video. This is hosted on Google Drive, actually. So it's just a simple Google Drive video. I love how like personal this is. It's just awesome, right? So you can read a little bit about it. And basically what they said is like, hey, here's the deal. Like it's not limited number of people review this course. What does that entail? So like you go through the program, you leave a review, I think. Yeah, you write an honest review on our page. So they're slowly releasing this and getting people to go through it, get feedback before they do a huge launch, right? So they wanted to test it out first. So a great idea here for you to kind of create an intimate connection with some of your warm market and say, hey, you know what I'm doing? I'm planning on launching this, but I'm only allowing a few people to go through and be a reviewer or a beta tester. You're gonna get a special price, right? So limited time pricing, just because I want to get your feedback and create some case studies, and so I can make sure it all works smooth for you. And this is kind of what they did here. So it's a pretty cool concept. You can go check out their page and maybe contact them if you'd like to be a reviewer. I think some of you watching would probably be great candidates if you're in that, into this kind of stuff, or at least check out their video and see how they're doing this. All right, let's see here. This one's pretty wild. I like the creativity with this. Love your clients, hate the chase, profitable profits party. Got some wild video going on here. This is their sales gate. Pretty straightforward. I know this one's making money, so I'm not sure how. Like, I doubt this is where they're selling. They're probably warming people up. This doesn't necessarily have to be the first time they see it. They might have like promoted this via Facebook Live. So someone asked about using Be Live. I mean, what if you did a Be Live, interview or something on Facebook? Like, so wherever you can promote this thing, what you need is to get someone to pay attention to you, listen to you, and then give them this link. Give them this link. They'll show up here and like, okay, yeah, that's what he mentioned on the Be Live, interview. Let me go ahead and save my seat. I don't want to miss out, right? So they don't necessarily have to come here to get all the information. You could use Facebook Live or Twitter or Periscope or Snapchat to warm people up and get them to understand what you have to offer. Then you just got to get this link in front of them, right? So either the vanity or the permanent link, right? Either way, just get them to that link so that they'll go here and buy. But this is just a gate to allow you to gate that content. You can sell it even through your website. Just get them to go click on that link. So they'll come here, sign up, boom. Here's a pretty cool one. The Academy of Crystal Awakening. Look how styled out this is. She even matched the style of the app to match her branding. She's got a video here. So this sales page, having a video here can achieve that, right? You can pretty much send people here cold and have them watch a video so they can at least learn about what you have to offer. And then boom, pay $37 a month. So she's doing a membership and they sign up here. That's how they get access to her membership area. So again, the Academy of Crystal Awakening might be worth checking out, some of you guys. This one's really nice. Monica set up the branding vault. So you're ready to have your business stand out. So check out what she did here. She actually created a real nice sales page. This is all using the media sections on the gate. So she has an image, a lot of images, a lot of big visual images, which if you go to this yourself and check it out, you can right click and open image in new tab. And then you can kind of see, look at this. She has a long, and look at this image. Okay. This is all one big image. So she made a huge like infographic style image to create her sales page. So that is an option, right? The media sections, there's no limit on the size of the images. You can drop in any kind of media you want here that we have available. And the image can be any size. It'll auto resize to that image. So that huge long image can work. So that's pretty cool. And you can see what she's got here. Let's see. Then she had text down below, just to clarify, $10 a month. So boom, join now for $10 a month. Pretty sweet. Great job, Monica. We've got Doc here. Set up a community. So he's got a video. I like that. 12-minute video, kind of breaking down what they get. And then $10 a month. See, that's a good starting point. If you're not sure where to start, try something. See if you can get 10 people to sign up for $10 a month. I mean, if nothing else, it's just worth trying. If you do a monthly option, you can always cancel it. If you're like, you know what, I don't like doing this, way too much work for just a few people, you could cancel it. That's the nice thing about a monthly thing. If you do an annual or like lifetime access to something, you're kind of stuck with that for a while, or you have to refund them. If you're doing a monthly, you could at least deliver that month and be like, hey, you know what, I'm shutting this down. So cancel your payments and we're going to wrap this thing up. So worst case scenario, you could just stop and you're not committed to something long term. So that's why a monthly thing is cool. And you can test it out and see if it's something you like and get feedback from those people. Not saying he's doing that, but I mean, it's just a great place to start. And this is just another example of just simple, keep it simple and put it up there. And then if you're in any language, we've got people in all kinds of languages. You can see Sarah here, really nice branding, photography, match. I like how that flows. Look at that cool like design background. She's using some of the styling in our app to make that look cool. She's got a video here. Again, just using Google Drive. Pretty much free to host a video. Pretty straightforward. So let's see, there's a question here. Can you create and sell a shared? Ooh, interesting question, James. Can you create and sell a shared 20 social funnel and give others? Yeah, so here's a good, this is getting fun now. All right, let's say, I think this is what you're talking about, James, is if you create something cool, like let's say you create a cool looking 22 social app, maybe like this. You've styled it up nice, you've loaded in some stuff. Maybe in this case, we had more dynamic stuff going on. You pre-created this whole thing as like a template almost, right? You load in some text. Let's say you had all these cool things going on and you're like, hey, I built this awesome 20 social app. It's pretty much locked up and ready to go. I've got all the messaging in here. I've got some filler media. You can swap it out. You can buy this from me for X amount of dollars. So basically what you'd have to do, James, I think this is what you're asking, is you could create a fake fan maybe call it like a demo fan page. Just a fan page that you would install apps on like this. You would create them here. They'd have to live on this fake fan page, which is good because you could demo it still and use it as a demo page. And you would basically sell these links. So the duplicate button here will allow you to duplicate the app. Now they will need a 22 social account, but if they have a 22 social account and then they click this link, you can just right click and copy link address. You could sell that link, which would, when they click that link, for example, I'll have our buddy over here. This guy, let's say he clicks that link. What it's going to do is open up the installation wizard, choose your fan page, and it's going to install a duplicate of everything that was on that app. So you can create apps and basically sell the duplicate links. They'll just have to go through, so it can detect, and now it's going to install that entire app onto their Facebook page. And if you'd customize it really well, you can see that all they have to do is change out a few things. So we actually have people doing this. So they'll create templates, their own templates. Like our templates are just, that's what we did with our templates. We just kind of made them, put them in here. You can do whatever you want with these apps. If you create something really nice, you can sell access to these. And I'll even show you, we did this for the, let's see, where was it? I think it was this one here. No, it was. Yeah, here it was. So actually I did this with, for appraisers. So we made templates, meet our team, our portfolio, get a quote. So you can find an industry and create a concept. Like really what you would do is get one client and build out some stuff for them. Like even like restaurants, if you do something for a specific industry, create a few different apps. And then basically they could buy like a PDF or whatever, like, or just have buttons on the app itself. If they click this, it will install that on their page. Now, again, they do need a 20 social accounts. They will have to sign up for even just our monthly plan, but it's a pretty cool option there. So that's what you're looking for, James. Is kind of what you're sounding like. Why don't you, let's follow up on that, James. And anyone else out there wants to create templates and sell them, it's really not too bad. There was a few things you want to know. So if you want to do that, just create like a mock-up page. I'd recommend create a mock-up page, create some apps on there, and then let's kick it around. I'd love to help you sell templates. So if you're someone out there who wants to create templates like that, package them up and sell it as a product, that is a product, right? You could even include training where they would get access to like a content area where you say, buy this template pack. All you need is a 20 social account, and then these templates are going to be available. When they log in, they buy. You can have a video here explaining, here you go, download the PDF. It opens up. It's got the links to install, maybe a link to like Get 22 Social, and your video will show them how to customize the templates. So they can pretty much be set up and running very quickly just by using your templates. Ian's got a question on getting certified. Go ahead and check out that video, Ian, and we've got it on our Facebook page. So get certified right here. Just go check it out. You just have to get on the phone with us and we'll talk to you about see if it's a good fit for you. But Ian, I mean, it sounds like you are a good fit. It's just more like see if it's a win-win for both of us. We've got a certification program and we do some more high-level accountability, and we do go in much more depth, like these kind of trainings where we break down a lot of these advanced ideas and even help you create those kind of templates if you want to make money as an affiliate with us. So check out that video, get certified. If any of you are watching and you're like, well, I want to launch my paid thing, I'm struggling to set it all up, there's a lot of ins and outs. We do have the option to click here, launch your paid offer, or just go to 22us.com/setup. 22us.com/setup, and we can help you. It'll go to that app and you can check it out. Basically, you'll just buy, a 90-minute session with us, either myself or Renee, and we'll help you get all this set up. So if you got like a membership you're trying to build and launch, we will help you do that. Any type of app. It's a couple $100, but it's a one-time thing that we'll make sure it's ready to go in 90 minutes and help you get that launched. So I know there's a lot of little things. If you're worried about it, you could hire us to look specifically at your app to help you create some income. So let's see. The last thing is additional resources, and then I'm going to wrap up today. I know this was a long one, but this is a money-making training, so I don't want to have you sitting there waiting for answers or wishing I had stuck around to answer a couple more things. Where did that deck go? Let me see if I have it opened up. No, I'm just going to open this up and show you where to find some more training. We got a lot of training on each of these individual concepts. Today was just a broad overview. Here we go. So I'm just going to pull this up real fast. And then if you have any last questions, drop them down below, and I'll be happy to answer them. All right, let's take a look here. So if there's anything specific, here's where to find more training. Again, more specific examples of each of these things we talked about today. If you want to sell coaching services, that would be done through a single payment. You could really even do it through a subscription, but I broke down a whole model of how I use the single payment to sell my time. So you can have people prepay for like a 1-hour session with you. Any services that you're offering, this would be a cool package. Even have people sign up for a retainer. You can do a subscription model to have clients pay you $500 a month and have a members area for those few clients for like a VIP program. But this will kind of break down some ideas for you and show you step-by-step how to do that. Digital courses, that's going to show you some of the cool ideas like doing the drip content, and we even build a whole course right in front of your eyes. So we go more in depth into the the styling and loading in the media and all that cool stuff. It also has instructions on how you can do like Vimeo videos and how to make those private subscriptions. So if you want to do a subscription model, we got some additional tips and trainings, step-by-step instructions on how to do that. And the Facebook group memberships. Here's an in-depth training on how to get your group connected and some more visuals on how to manage that. But you saw it all today. You don't need to know much more than what I showed you. It's the same stuff. It's just how you apply it. So there's nuances to each model that you're trying to create. But again, understanding 22 Social allows you to do all of this. And after you get 1 or 2 of these off the ground, you're really going to be in control of any idea you want to launch. You'll be able to do it for yourself or other people. You learn how to do this for yourself. Then you got a friend who wants to launch a subscription. It's really fun to see people being able to do that and just launch anything you can think of really fast. I mean, it's not like there's any overhead. It's super basic, and there's no extra fees or anything on subscriptions. We talked about that $1 thing on single payments, which is not going to break the bank. Every sale is $1. It's not a big deal. Subscriptions, there's no extra fees from 22. It's just the PayPal, normal fees, which it's really worth it. So that's all the training for today. Let's see. Any last questions? A list for business launch items. What do you have in mind, Melissa? Let me know. If there's anything specific there. I think some of these trainings I just showed you in that list here would give you more of a breakdown of like a step-by-step checklist. So each of these trainings I just showed you would have much more listed out instructions. Then today was just kind of a broad overview rundown so you can see all the ins and outs. James says that would be awesome. So yeah, let's stay in touch, James. Definitely love to chat with you about that. And like I said, if you got some ideas or you built some things, what I'd love to see from you, James, if you built something for a certain niche, like a client already, that's usually where it starts. So if you build like an app for a client and you want to turn it into a template that you can sell, it always starts with one. So charge a client, go find a restaurant and help them do a sweepstakes, model that barbecue restaurant in Alabama, do a weekly sweepstakes, start crushing it with that. And then, create a product that sells the training on how to do it and the template to set up and launch it. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. That'd be super easy to do, but it starts with having a model first that works. So that's what I would focus on. All right, thanks. I'm glad some of you guys like this one today. I know it was a little bit all over the place, but we don't do enough of this. I think just kind of an open Q&A session where you can ask me anything and I'll log in and show you. As I mentioned, we've done a ton of these trainings step by step. So if you're new to 22 and you're stuck around this long, if you're not totally scared at this point, then it sounds like you're a pretty technical person and you want to dive in and learn a lot of stuff. Today was a very broad overview. Hopefully I gave you some ideas and inspiration, but you do have those specific trainings, and we've got our support center to help you out. We've got the weekly trainings every week. So we got something really cool next week coming up, guys. So be sure to come next Tuesday, same time. We've got the support group, right? So our Facebook group, 22s.com/group. Be sure to join that group and you can ask a lot of questions there. But with that, I'm going to wrap up today. We'll continue on. Anything else, let me know. If there's something specific you want us to train on going forward, we're going to start going back through and revising some of these old trainings because some things change. We add new features. We kind of shift our strategies a little bit. But for the most part, this is pretty locked down. This is kind of how 22 works. Tons of power and possibilities. And I got a message just like this morning. I love waking up to a message. Someone was like, hey, I've got 22 Social. I'm so glad I found you guys. I was able to build my free giveaways, my webinar apps, my sweepstakes. I was able to launch products, subscriptions. And it's just, you learn our software and you can do all of that. You have the power to do all of it without needing anything else, even a website. I mean, it's not even required. And now you can make the most out of all the features and tools that Facebook gives you, build right there inside their environment, but do it strategically. So you're not relying on Facebook. You have the list, you have the customer data, you're in control. All right, that's all for now. I think we're good on questions. All right, guys, I'm exhausted. Thanks, Mac. Great stuff. All right, talk to you all later. I'll see you in the group throughout the week. And thanks so much for hanging out. Talk to you again soon. Cheers.